What is up, YouTube? It is the Ville Outdoors here. Today, what day is today? Today is March 30th of 2021, and I am here at a section of the Brandywine Creek that I have never fished before. This is actually the east branch of the Brandywine Creek, and it is the delayed harvest section. So it's one of the few places you can fish for trout in Chester County before the season actually starts. So we're here trying to figure out this place because I've never been here before and I don't have any service anymore, so I'm trying to figure out which way the delayed harvest section goes or which end this is. I'm gonna guess it goes downstream, but I could be wrong. So I guess we got to pay attention to the signs. So we're gonna do a bit of walking up and down this creek and see what we can find. I'm going to start off on this bridge. There's a couple nice looking pockets here. Maybe there's a trout or two left over in here. I know this was stocked somewhere early to mid-February, but I don't know if it was stocked since then. The schedule that was on the PA Fish and Game website did not say it was stocked other than that date. So we shall see what we can get into here. So this is going to be like more of an experience session than catching, I'm going to feel like. But if we can catch some fish, that would be awesome. I'm going to venture down the creek a bit further and try and fish some of this slower moving water, see if we can find anything. I'm trying to make my way into some familiar territory. I was watching a video about this creek last night, and so far the surroundings are not matching what I was watching, but this is the delayed harvest section because there was a sign up on that tree that said delayed harvest section, and this should be stocked because the PA Fish and Boat Commission said so. I gotta watch my step here. This is a new body of water. We can't be walking into the depths here. We can't have a repeat of the past few outings. That would not be good. Alright guys, I think I'm walking the right way. I see a stone wall that was in some of the pictures I've seen from this place. So I'm gonna keep walking this way. We're not gonna fish the other end. And hopefully there's still some trout left in this place. Otherwise, that would suck if I drove 30 minutes for no reward, but you know, it's all an experience. Maybe next time we'll just go shortly after they actually stock it. The only reason I chose to come here today is because I got off work on a short notice. So I sporadically decided that I was going to go fishing somewhere where I had never fished before, that being the East Brandywine, or East Branch of the Brandywine Creek delayed harvest. And here I am. I plan to be here for the long haul today. I got a protein bar and a water bottle with me, so we're gonna stick it out and see what we can come up with. The only problem is my hands are getting cold. It's still like 30 or 40 some degrees outside. It's supposed to go up to 60s later, so hopefully it'll warm up quick. All right guys, I just had my first bite of the day, so we confirmed that there is still trout here. It bit on the pink trout magnet. The water's still a bit cloudy from this past Sunday's storm. Now I was just drifting it through this current here, not really moving it too much, and a trout just came out and slammed it. I believe that was a trout, but it was hunkering down in this current here, which leads me to believe that there is still fish here, at least one or two. It's a good sign. Get to this wall here. I like that water that's moving up against that wall. It's looking really nice. So we're gonna see what we can do here. hopefully get a fish on the board, because there's got to be one that's tucked away in here somewhere. I think that rain might have washed some fish down this way that we got this past Sunday, because it rained a lot. Water was moving pretty good. I think there's going to be some fish here. All right, first cast, we're going to go to the left of this big boulder that's sitting here. Got a nice slow and steady stream that's over there. Light jigs up and down. Make sure that lure stays off the bottom, but not too far off the bottom, because once it bounces up off those rocks, something's gonna come and crush it, hopefully. Get a little bit closer there. These fish like to hug the bank sometimes. Well guys, just had a bite. I don't know if that was a trout or not, but it was real like aggressive nibble, so I'm thinking it was not a trout. It's more of a smaller panfish that gave us that little tug. But there's fish in here somewhere. The trout magnet to this size 0 gold blue fox vibrax. Got a little fish pattern there on the body. And this is supposed to have a little more vibration than an actual normal spinner. So I'm going to throw this around here. I've caught a few fish on this lure in the past, not this exact color, although this color would probably be the most effective of those. Guys, to be honest, I don't know how we haven't had a better bite yet. I don't know if this spot gets hit too much or what, but if there's any fish in here, they're not having it right now. Well guys, after that first bite, things just kind of went quiet. I haven't seen any fish with my polarized glasses, and I haven't had any bites on the spinner at least. So I'm gonna keep walking downstream here, casting as I go, and see if I can hook into something. Alright guys, I am actually going to try and fish the other end of the delayed harvest section now. I looked up the directions on my phone, and it's an 18-minute walk down to the other end of the delayed harvest. So technically I am in the delayed harvest now, but I want to fish the other end, see if it's any better than this end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop up on the trail that's on the left-hand side here, and we're going to do a bit of walking, and we'll see if we can catch any fish down there. And we'll start walking back up this way once we get down there. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna get to walking. All right guys, we got about 5 minutes of walking left to do. I've seen some pretty promising spots on the way down here. The problem is I just gotta pinpoint where they stock them at. Now the fishing game isn't gonna put too much work in to stock these fish. They're just gonna put them in the most accessible spot possible, in my experience. All right guys, well we made it to the other end of the delayed harvest. We got another bridge over here we can fish. There's a big old tree down right here in the water, so that's going to be quite snaggy if we try and fish around that, but the fish are going to be hiding in those snaggy spots, so we just gotta risk it for the biscuit. All right, here we go. Let's get to fishing. Come here, fishy, fishy, fishy. I've been out this for about 2 hours. I've only had that one solid bite about 20 minutes into fishing, and then nothing else since then. I think all of these fish might just be fished out, or they're just not biting on this particular day, but I have had absolutely nothing. Well guys, I don't know if you can hear me. So I was just drifting this trout magnet through this falls area and I just got a bite at the end of this hole. The fish are in here, but they're very hard to find. You gotta like pinpoint the toughest to fish spots that could hold a fish in order to catch one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that fish to bite again, but I'm gonna try. One. You got a fish. You got a fish. Get him up. Get him up. He's not giving up. Come on. Come on, buddy. I got you. I got you. Come here. Yes. Look at that, guys. Our first East Brandywine delayed harvest rainbow trout. Let's go. All right, guys. There it is. Our first East Brandywine rainbow trout. I was watching this fish swimming right around our trout magnet there, and he's trying to get away. And he finally swiped at it. I hooked him right on the bottom of the lip. There we go. Unhooked our East Brandywine rainbow trout, and we're gonna let him go. That's what it's all about right there, baby. This is our 3rd hour into fishing, and that is the first fish we hooked. I'll tell you what, guys, patience pays off. As much as work I did for that one fish today, I could end the video right here and be satisfied just because we caught one. Because I had to drive 30 minutes to get here, and then I walked 20 minutes down the trail after fishing the first half and didn't get a single. Well, we got one bite, but that was it. And finally we fished the other end, walked all the way back up kind of into no man's land here, and we just got our first East Brandywine rainbow trout. Let's go. We got another. Oh, he's jumping. He's jumping. Get him up, get him up. I think that's a brown trout. Yep, brown trout. Come on, buddy. I know. Got him. Look at that. Our second one of the day, a brown trout from the East Brandywine. Let's go. All right, guys, we're getting into him now. This one hooked on the top of the lip. Nice East Brandywine brown trout. Stalker. Let's go ahead and let him go here. Oh, yeah. That fish probably came 10 minutes after the other fish, probably only like 30 or 40 feet upstream. I got a good feeling about this, at least this little stretch here. I don't know about how it's going to be up further, but that is 2 on the day now. Guys, we got another one. The cast directly after. No, he came off. No, that was a good one. Oh my God. This is crazy. I don't know if he's gonna come back for that. I had him hooked pretty good there. I don't know how he got off. So what I'm doing here is I'm fishing this little bank, getting as close to the bank as I can, and then drifting this little blue and black trout magnet off the bottom, kind of bouncing it. Kind of like how you would dribble a basketball, and just doing slight twitches of the rod, maybe 1 to 2 inches. Keep it varying. Don't keep the same twitches every time. And as soon as that jumps off the bottom, those couple of trout have been crushing it. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get that third one, because that would have been crazy. Back-to-back casts. Brown trout. That last one that got off was a brown trout as well. Oh boy. See if we can get another one here. Guys, we got another one, and it's another brown. Get up here. Don't spin, don't spin, don't spin, don't spin, don't spin. Yes. There we go, guys. Third one of the day on the same trout magnet. That's awesome. All right, this guy got us a little wet. Hooked him right on the top of the mouth. Let's go ahead and let this beauty go. There he goes. Off to swim another day. He's chilling right by my feet right now. Love fishing. This is great. There he goes. He's going back over to his hole. Alright guys, I think that is going to be the end of the video right here. I've been walking for quite a while now after I hooked that third fish, and I kind of ventured back into no man's land where they probably did not stock, and any holdovers are going to be few and far between. So I'm going to get back on the trail now and start walking back to my car. It's probably going to be another 30-minute walk, but that's all right. It took a lot of time and effort to catch those 3 fish today. We ended up catching 1 rainbow trout and 2 brown trout, but we did not hook our first fish until about 3 hours in. And then right after we hooked that first one, it was like bam, bam. We caught 2 more really soon after that, and then we hooked another one that ended up getting away. But we started off using the trout magnet, got 1 good bite drifting in some current, and then we used the spinner for a lot of deep holes and did not get any looks. So once I made it back to the far end, I switched it up to this black and blue trout magnet here, and that is what got the job done today. We were just targeting kind of mid-depth pools with slow current and just lightly jigging the bait off the bottom. Nothing too sporadic. Just keep it lightly off the bottom, not on the bottom, but just above the bottom. Bounce it off the sand and the rocks, and those fish were just hammering it there against that mud bank there for a while. But now it is time to go. We've been fishing for about 4 hours. I have not had lunch besides my protein bar, so I'm pretty hungry. So I'm gonna go home and make myself a sandwich, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Ville Outdoors.